In this video, we are going to go over the POS system, more in detail the History tab. So in our previous videos, we have already seen how to sell a product without it being attached to a tattoo payment. We have seen the gift vouchers, and now we're going to go to History. If you go to the History tab, by default, the day view is on. Today is selected, and what do I see for today? On 27th of April, a gift voucher was bought. It was paid with 150 cash for a total of 150. What else? There was a tattoo payment. The customer's name was Sandy Parker. She paid with 350 cash and 100 euros on top gift voucher, which made a total of 450. The artist was John Doe, and the appointment type was also on today. The third payment that we have was a deposit payment for the artist John Doe for an appointment in the future on 30th of April. It was paid 100 euros by bank card for a total of 100 euros. Let's quickly summarize how I got to all these records. Let's do it again. I'm going to add an appointment here. I will take my same customer. I will create a new appointment, a new project for my artist Sandy, for example. Description of the butterfly. Voila. I'm going to save this project first because I cannot add a deposit to a project that is not saved yet. Then I open it again. With this pencil icon or this bigger button, you can go back to your project. And now imagine the customer is in front of you. You want to have 100 deposits, so we ask the customer to pay 100 deposits. The customer can choose to pay by cards, for example, 100. If I now click Save and you have a PIN terminal connected to Tattugenda, then your PIN terminal will lighten up after you hit Save. If you don't have a PIN terminal connected, then there will not be a PIN terminal lighting up, and then the save will just save this 100 to the system. Now it's not connected because this is a demo account. So here you see now the available deposit is 100 euros or dollars. I click Save. So this was my new deposit payments. Now I'm gonna also add a new tattoo payment. So let's say this appointment is finished. You go to wrap up, you go to next. Final price, 600. I'm gonna add some products, 15 euros for an aftercare, go to pay now. I use card again. Let's say we use the deposit too. So I'm gonna use 100 deposits, which I just paid a minute ago. In real life, it happens on different days. So now I need 515, save. So this was now a tattoo payment with the product sold. Another way was to sell a product without it being a tattoo payment. So let's see, somebody walks in your studio and they just buy a shirt. Cash. There we go. I'm gonna sell a gift voucher. It's a busy day in the studio. So the total here is 220. I just take recognizable numbers. Barcode, I event something, I save and I take a payment. Customer pays cash. Voila. These are all the types of payments that can be added in your studio. Let's go back to History, to today. So we have the records that were already there. We now have 2 pages of records. To quickly recap, we sold a gift voucher. We had a tattoo payment for artist John Doe. We had a deposit payment. The customer was Sandy Parker. We had another deposit payment from the same customer for another artist. We had a tattoo payment of 600 plus an aftercare cream. The artist who took the artist of that appointment was Sandy Verfaye. And if I go to the second page, we have a separate merch payment and a separate gift voucher payment. Now at the bottom of all these columns, you see the totals. Why do you need to know those? So 100 deposit has been used. 770 cash has been paid. This means in your cash register at the end of this day, you should find 770 euros or dollars. The bank card, so your PIN terminal statements, should list a total amount of payments for 715 in total. There have been 100 euros in gift vouchers used, and your total gross income for this day is 1,685. This will help you making your accountancy easier. As you can see, this was just a list per day. You can also draw a list per week, per month, per quarter, or per year. This is useful for when you want to compare this quarter to the same quarter last year, for example, or if you want to compare this year to last year, if you keep that kind of financial records.